The first part of understanding what your risk profile looks like is personally identifiable information, or PII. This is the stuff that gets you into the most trouble if you get hacked and it gets leaked out into the wild, right? This is what got Optus into the shit, what got Medibank, onto the front page. This is the bad stuff if it gets out into the wild, right? So what PII is, and I've lifted this from a government website. In Australia, we define PII as something, for example, that includes individual details like names, signature, addresses, phone numbers, date of birth. You notice it says individuals. In Australia, we don't consider business details such as business names, business addresses, business phone numbers. We don't consider that personally identifiable information, right? So if that's all you're tracking in your app, not too bad. But if you're tracking individuals' details, so people's details, that's a big problem, right? Especially when it starts to get to sensitive information. If you're collecting data on their ethnicity, racial origin, their political opinions, associations, affiliations, sexual orientation, criminal record, if you're storing health data, like all of this stuff is super sensitive information. That all counts as PII. All right, credit information, employee information, photographs, and you might notice a little one down the bottom, their IP addresses. Now, I personally have never liked that this is included as part of PII, but depending on the context in which you collect it, IP addresses can also qualify as PII. The reason that this is important to understand is because PII is stuff that you need to treat with kitty gloves. You really need to handle with care. You need to not just understand how to collect it and store it, but also how to delete it when you no longer need it. Right? There's a whole life cycle aspect of that we could talk about for a full hour all on its own. So without going deeper into it, I just want to say it's a big thing. So if you're going to be storing this in your app, you need to put an asterisk next to security, right? Because it's going to become really, really important, especially next month, or sorry, this month. It's August already. We're expecting the new Privacy Act amendment to go before Parliament, and that's going to include a whole crapload more consumer protection around how personally identifiable information is handled. And you as a business, including small business owners, are going to have responsibilities, legal responsibilities, to handle PII very, very carefully. So definitely something to be careful about.